All right, what's up, y'all? Hey, this is the Rev from WKCJ Radio. And turn down my TV. Have a nice announcement. I want to announce. Want to be able to share this live first before I start the announcement. So give me a minute. Give me a minute. Let me find it. Give me a minute. Find it. Uh, which it wants. Hope everybody's having a great day today. I know that I am. I know that God has blessed me to have a great day today. Um, Let me see something. Okay, so have a great day today. And so, um, give me a minute. I'm gonna cut the music. Hold on. All right. So, okay. So I cut the music so you guys can hear me clear. Cut the music so you guys can hear me real clear. It might be a little dark, but that's okay. Let me tag a few people real quick and make sure that everybody is good. I am sitting in the ref's corner, and so let me do this real quick, real quick, real quick. I'm gonna share. Well, here's what we want to do. Here's what we want to do, and then we'll get started. Huge announcement. Huge announcement. Huge announcement to me. Uh, we do this, and then we will go from there. Amen. There we go. So this is do this. I'm gonna share with a couple people. We'll share with her. Let's see, share with her. But let's share with a couple people. We'll send that. Then we will share with a couple people real quick before we get started. Um, Here, we'll share with a couple people before we get started. We're already sharing with that. Um, he's married. We're gonna get started here, y'all. Just be patient with me because the way I got it set up. Okay, hold on. Let's because once I get to going, I don't want to stop. Once I get to going, I don't want to stop. So that's the one. I'm gonna include him and then um, the person, and bam. I'm gonna share with them. I tag them in. All right. Okay. So we're going to turn that down. We're gonna turn that down so we can go ahead and get started. Amen. I'm gonna leave the phone on, but I just turned the volume down so I can see. Amen. I want to thank God for another blessing day. Thank God for a day that was not promised. We are streaming on three platforms: YouTube, Facebook, and on TikTok. This is the Marriage Podcast edition to this. I am the host and owner of WKCJ Radio, the Red. And so I thank God for that. Thank God for all that He has done. The podcast, give you a little information about the podcast. The podcast come on every Thursday from 6 to 7 p.m. Um, and we talk about marriage stuff. We talk about marriage stuff. So the excitement part of this is for me today is to hold on is to and I'm cold, so I'm covered up. That's what when you're in the comfort of your home. And so the reason why I'm coming with this big announcement is because it is very dear and special to me. I had put out a post, because I'm always trying to figure out what is the niche. What is the niche? What can I do to get people to tune in? People do tune in. I thank people for tuning in after the show is over. But I would like for people to tune in during the show as well, where I don't feel like I'm talking to myself. Amen. And so um, I don't feel like I'm talking to myself. And so I said, well, if this don't change by the end of the year, I'm just going to just cut everything loose. And I want to say this. I want to thank everybody for their encouraging words, but we still need you. I still need you to come in. Even if you just want some sound advice from, uh, about marriage, or you're thinking about getting married, and well, let me finish this and then I'll go to that. So a lot of people start responding. Uh, People were saying this and saying that and giving encouraging words, and I appreciate it. One organization or ministry I'm part of is called the Global 100 uh, Radio Indie Global 100 Coalition, and it's a bunch of radio stations from gospel to hip hop to R&B and all that. And so all of them are on. All of them are on uh, this one under this one ministry, and Miss Donna Walton, she is the president of it, and so she reached out to me and others, and so it really made me feel good. It kind of helped me to kind of stay focused, and things like that. But I was talking to who I was talking to today, and this is going to be part of the announcement. But I was talking to them, and I said, "Well, it's cool that people watch, but because it looks kind of crazy and retarded if you are sitting here talking and there's nobody tuned in. It's like talking to yourself, and so that's kind of discouraging as well. But anyway, and so." The Marriage Podcast. Let me give you a little information about it. Again, it comes on every Thursday from 6 to 7. Marriage Podcast, um, and again, I deal with marriage stuff. I deal with marriage stuff. I deal with, this last time I dealt with uh, effective communication, and I want to finish that if I can this week. I don't know if I can because I'm having eye surgery tomorrow, and I don't want to really put a strain on my eye. I don't want to put a strain on my eye, so I might have to wait till next week to finish it. And so, uh, uh, so we deal with that stuff. People that's thinking about getting married, people that's in a marriage and want to strengthen your marriage, and all that and more. And so, I believe in helping people. I don't do this stuff to make myself look good or be in the limelight. I don't even, I don't mind getting monetized from this, but that's not even my goal as well, because I'd rather see somebody that's being helped in their marriage or their relationship, being helped when I do my radio show or some type of form of that. Because if I do what I'm supposed to do, then God will bless me. And, and I just want to bless the people and help the people. And so that's one of the reasons why I do my podcast. And I just thank God that He gives me the boldness, He gives me the bravery, and He gives me the ability to come up with this stuff. To come up with this stuff. I've done a topic where it said how to love somebody that don't love you back. Things like that. And let me tell you something, marriage is a beautiful thing. I just had a couple that just got married a couple weeks ago. Uh, and I told them, hey, welcome to the marriage club. You know, things like that. Uh, marriage is a good thing. It's not easy, and it has its days. But what you have to understand when it comes to marriage, that there's some work to be done, and when time goes on in the marriage, and I'm not going to get really deep into this, when time goes on in the marriage, it sometimes begins to get weak, and when it gets weak, you got to do something to get it back strong. Where are the weak parts? What are the weak components in a marriage? And so, I thank God for the knowledge and all that. Let me see who this is. Oh, I thought I seen. I did. What's up, Mr. Benny? How you doing, sir? Michelle Douglas, Michelle Douglas. And so, I'm glad she's on. Thank God for that. I hope her and her husband both are attending. I mean, watching. So, uh, have a young lady and a young man that's married. That's married. Beautiful couple, young couple. Have a very very wonderful daughter. Very smart. All that and more. I love talking to her and all that. And so, you know, they seen the post too. They seen the post too. And so Michelle reached out to me and she said, me and my husband want to help you. I said, wow, wow. She said, we want to help you with your podcast. And I said, for real? Like, yeah. Because I had asked her before, and what she is, she's a content creator. She's a content creator. Her husband is a content creator. A little bit of background. All of us go to the same church. Her dad is our bishop, Bishop Ford, and all that. Y'all know that's my spiritual father, friend, mentor, all that and more. And just a little bit about their family. Their mom, First Lady Ford, and their brothers and sisters. Man, they have really tucked us into the family. And so, Michelle and Kendall, that's my brother and sister. And one funny fact that I'd be like, Michelle and Kendall, y'all want to hang out? And she'd be like, I don't want to hang out with you old people. But to be around them is joy because he has a good sense of humor, she has a good sense of humor, daughter and all that, and so we thank God for that. And let me tell you something about me. I think I'm starting to get like my bishop. Sometimes I might talk too much, but that's okay. But what I want to say is that I love being around same-minded people, like people, same people with the same mindset. And so she said, well, let's meet and let's talk. And so today we met and we talked and we coming up with ideas for the podcast. And so we're going to work on some stuff. We're going to work together. But I thank God for people that say, hey, I'm willing to help. I'm willing to help. And if we monetize off of it, we're going to share it three ways. Share it three ways. We pray to God we share it four ways, and they know what I'm talking about. But we gonna share it three ways, with the monetization, And like I said, she's well known on TikTok. She's well known on Facebook. Well known on YouTube that I know of. Her husband is well known as well. He does chicken wing reviews. Now, watch this, y'all. You talking about a good chicken wing man? That's what I should call him instead of Kendall. I should call him um, Chicken Wing Man. Kendall is one of the elders at our church. And Michelle is she's our media person at the church. And she has a team that they work well together. But I should call him Chicken Wing Man because he can cook the best chicken wings ever. Best chicken wings ever. And so they like, hey, off the bat, he was like, let me shoot this idea to you. Who am I to say, nah, bro, Nah, bruh. Yeah, nah. He had great idea already. You know, you know. So we're going to work together. We're going to work together with this. We're going to work together with this. I'm going to get the equipment that we need, and all that, because I just thank God. I thank God for the both of these two because they could have easily said, uh, they could have. Because let me tell you something, and I talked about this earlier. I talked about this yesterday. You can make your mouth say anything, but what about the action part of it? What about the action part? When you tell somebody that you love them and you never show love, you just talk. You just talk. And I'm gonna tell you something about me. Can I be honest for a few minutes? I'm gonna tell you about something about me. And people have done me like this. If you tell me you're gonna help me, I say, okay, watch this. You tell me you're gonna help me, I say, okay. And I sit back and I wait. You know, I might ask one more time. Other than that, I go on my way. And so again, this is two this is the big announcement. They're both, they're married. I think they just celebrated their wedding anniversary and all that. We want to start even. We want to get names of people that are celebrating their anniversary so we can mention it on the podcast. The podcast is for hours 6 to 7. Now, if we go over, hey, and I'm gonna tell you something. That hour goes quick when you get to talking. That hour goes quick, and so but we are, we're gonna put our three heads together, and hopefully it'll be four. But we're gonna put all three of our heads together, and the fourth person, I forgot to tag in, but we're going to put our heads together and plan this thing, because let me tell you something. I am not that one that says, "Oh, let's just do it," and not plan it. The initial thing that I would like for us to do an introduction before we really kick it off. Do the introduction before we kick it off. But for them to say, hey, we want to be a part of it and we want to help behind the scenes as well, my God. They ain't nothing but God, y'all. They ain't nothing but God. They ain't nothing but God. And I'm telling you, uh, you want to know some stuff how to do? Oh boy, you want to know how to do some stuff with content creating and all that. Now you're gonna have to take care of my sister now. She ain't no freebie. But this her job. I say, things you want to learn. Yeah, I'm putting her out there. Things you want to learn. Get with Michelle Douglas. She knows this stuff. Y'all ought to see some of the video, some of the footage from just the church that has been put together. Lately, uh, they've been promoting the uh, Wednesday night midday service. You know, the Bible study and prayer meeting. But Bible study has been on fire, and Dad talks, and they put some video footage together. And when I say, man, it's awesome, and I'm like, Lord, that's a gift. That's a gift. So, I'm not gonna say services are free because they're not. That's some work, and I used to do all that stuff. It's some work. So, I really meant to go online and see. I meant to go on Google and see, well, on Facebook, I'm sorry, and see if they had a picture together. But what we're gonna do, my plan is to get somebody to take a picture of all three of us. Hopefully it'd be four. All three of us, and um, that way I can get my daughter to do a flyer, and we gonna run this thing, y'all. We on three platforms. We on three platforms. We on three platforms. We on YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. Right now, I'm on there. Right now. Right now. It's amazing. Technology is amazing, y'all. So that is the big announcement that I wanted to talk about. today about my brother and my sister, you know, and see, let me tell you something about marriage. And then I'm gonna be done with it. Uh, Let me tell you something about marriage. You have to understand, know the order of marriage. Know the order of marriage. Okay? And when I say know the order of marriage, okay, when I get ready, okay, when I initially came up with this idea, when I initially thought about this, okay, they came up with the idea, but when I initially said I'm gonna ask her, you know what? I said no, no. I talk to the husband, and the husband talks to the wife. Does that make sense? Keeping it order. Keeping it order. Some people don't understand that. Even though that's my sister, I feel like they blood family to me. Okay. But I have my own family, don't get me wrong. But 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 still, out of respect of that marriage, I have to say, wait a minute, Heights, do it in order. Doing it order. See, here it is. Watch this. We'll respect our leaders. Most of us will do what we need to do in order of our leader. But sometimes we won't do that with others. And that don't mean nothing. I've seen people do it. I've seen people do it. We have to learn that order is important when it comes to people marriage. Order is important when it comes to people marriage. Now, 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 uh, um, hold on, y'all. I gotta look at this. Y'all know I'm blind. Kevin Wiggins, my brother from another mother, another married man. Uh, Benny, how you doing? Shell, much love to you guys. I'm trying to catch up Michelle's eyeglass game. She be having some, but I know where to get them. I just don't tell. But in order, keep that. You have to understand when you do those things. When you do those things, you got to keep things in order and respectful. I'm gonna say it again. You got to keep things in order and respectful. So what I did was, I went to the husband and talked to the husband, and and the husband talked to her. What is this? That battery already gone. Hold on, y'all. It's giving me. Come back here. He's telling me the battery is low, y'all. Hold on. Okay. So I gotta end this. But when you do things in order, that's called respect. Make sure I'm right. You don't want everybody seeing stuff in your house anyway. But make sure that you have to understand respect. People have to people have to respect your marriage, and if they don't, you might have to tell them, "Hey, bro, you need to respect my marriage." And all that. See, when God did what He did, He created Adam, and then He brought Eve out the rib of Adam. You know, and the thing about it is that when you respect people's marriage, it makes things easier. When you respect people's marriage, it makes things a whole lot easier. Whole lot easier. A lot of people don't want to realize that. A lot of people don't want to understand that. You know. Um, I remember I watched something that I was watching something skit or something. I don't know if it was on. Uh-oh. I don't know if it was on Facebook or TikTok. And the lady, she says, Sister so and so walked up to my husband and asked him to give her a ride home. And she said, "Oh no." She's like, "No, no, no, ma'am, no, ma'am. You come to me. You talk to me about that. You talk to me. You talk to the wife about that. Because even though, watch this, even though he's just taking her home, it still don't look good because folks are watching you like a hawk. I said last night, people watch church folks more than they do anything else. Waiting on church folks to mess up. Waiting on church folks to mess up. So the first thing they see, if 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 uh if they see the pastor taking somebody home and it's a female and the wife ain't with him, first thing they say, well, pastor out there doing his thing. I knew it. No, you don't even open yourself up for that season. Does that make sense? So out of respect, the lady should have said, hey, first lady, you know, now what I do say too, is that um, the husband should have sent or guide or say, hey, you might want to go talk to my wife first. Matter of fact, nah, they ain't no Mike. Go talk to my wife about that. I don't have a problem, but we both probably would take you home. That makes sense. That makes sense. Even though it's an innocent deal, innocent deal, innocent deal, and safety reasons as well. Safety reasons as well. And so, yeah, I just wanted to say that, to add that to that. Anybody else on that you in Wiggins? I don't know if I could do it on her. Hold on, Wig. I don't need. I think you got to request it, but I'm on restream. Um, I would have to send. It's. I'm not. I'm not. Wiggins. I'm not on just my regular page, my regular uh Facebook page. I'm not on my regular Facebook page. I don't know. Let me see. It says group. Let me see what that is. Nah, that ain't it. I'm not on my regular Facebook page. So what you got? What you got? Yeah, I'm looking, but I don't. I would have to go on my regular Facebook page to bring you up. Yeah, yeah. Which I had no problem with that. I just have to switch out of this and then come on my regular Facebook page. Yeah. I know the kids are almost out of school. You all, we want to say congratulations to all the graduates of 2026 from, I think they go to kindergarten till eighth grade and all that. Then you have your college level, you have your high school and your college level. A couple of people, kids I know, uh, young men and young ladies. So we want to pray that they stay on track and all that. And Kevin Wiggins, if I come back, what I'll do, I'll come out of this and um, go into my regular page where I can bring you in. Okay. No, no, just stand by. Don't just come on back on. I'm gonna come back on my regular page. And you want to do that? Let's see. Kevin Wiggins, he is a musician, a DJ, all that and more. Me and him used to work together. And you talking about a talented. I seen he had a setup somewhere where he was about to do an event, and I seen even with somebody I knew, Stan Crockett. I think you were doing their event, all that. Let's see what he says. Yeah, yeah. Let's see what he says because we're gonna have to go get the other phone. but I don't mind. I don't mind. I don't mind. Talk to me, Wiggins. Talk to me, buddy. Yeah, yeah. I'll go get my other phone and we'll use that and bring him up. I don't mind bringing people up, but that while we wait on his response, that is the big announcement that I had for you all. Um, I want you all to have a fantastic night and all that. And uh, if I'm going to come back on my regular Facebook page if Wiggins responds. If he responds, yeah, he hasn't yet. Okay, yeah, stay in the man. So Wiggins, if I go back on my regular Facebook page, you want to come on, talk back at me? Yeah, talk back at me, bro. Y'all talking about somebody clean, and Wiggins done lost some more weight on me too. Yeah, he done lost some more weight on me. I'm trying to get him a minute to respond. So yeah, while we're waiting for his response, we want to thank God for everybody that tuned in tonight. Again, the big announcement: Kendall and Michelle Douglas will be a part of the Marriage Podcast. Now we have not set up a word. I don't know yet if they're going to be on every time, but because they might not want to do every Thursday. But if they do, they're more than welcome. We're going to be having the location is going to change as well. The location is going to change when they are on. If they do every day or if they do once a month, the location is going to change. Yeah, the location is going to change. Well, we'll do it later. Okay, okay, okay. So the location is going to change. And then what we're going to also do is we're going to try to get other couples to come in. I'm going to buy some equipment. If you have not, Kevin Wiggins, listen to me real quick, big bro. If you have not, two things, two announcements, and then I'm going to end it. Number one, if I sent you a thing to go vote for the radio station, please go. I thank God for the people that already done it. But if you will, please, and you could go on the Heights page, with my name on it. Also, I think you can go on the radio station page as well on Facebook. But please go on that link and vote. I'm trying to make it to the second round. Please go on that link and vote for my radio station. Yeah, please, please. I don't know how many rounds it is, but I'm on the first round. And again, I thank everybody that has uh, voted. I'm not going to start naming off people because I forget somebody. I know a couple classmates, family members, friends, all that. Yeah, this phone is about to die. So I just real quick. The last thing is that there's one more announcement after this one. My popcorn fundraiser for the radio station. That's going to help get mics. That's going to help get other equipment, monitors, and things like that. Go on there. It's called Double Goods Popcorn. Double Goods Popcorn. Go on my page again. You'll find it. Hit that link. Order the popcorn. Please order the popcorn. It's got all kinds of different flavors and all that. That's the first fundraiser. Also, as I get out of here, because this phone is about to die. As I get out of here, please, tomorrow I am going for surgery. Tomorrow I'm going for surgery. And I'm going to post this as well. I have to have another eye surgery in my left eye to pray to God that it improves so my eyesight can be better. I can get my eyeglasses and all that. And the surgery is at 12. We're gonna get the ball rolling with that. I don't worry about surgery anymore, but it's still, please, I need your solicit your prayers to pray with me, to pray with me. So if you all can do that, also if you can pray for this knee of mine. I've been having knee problems. I just tucked something. I've been having knee problems to the point I can't hardly sleep, and so pray for me. Pray for those two things for me. I appreciate it. I'm about to get out of here. Y'all have a wonderful night. I might try to come on tomorrow. If I do, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna have a patch. I'm gonna have a patch on this eye. So, okay. Be blessed, y'all. Good night.